You guys have the list? Great. Pretty cool. Yeah, so it's a organization that supports rare diseases, particularly muscular dystrophy. My awesome nephew Lucas has a form of muscular dystrophy, and he's doing great. But it's a great support system. Do a lot of great research, a lot of great awareness, making a lot of progress too, which is really exciting. So and there's a lot of people, especially young people, that have that disease, and it's a great community for them, and also great support. And they're hopefully find some great solutions as we go, and help them out. So just proud to wear the shoes, and I love the fact that the NFL does this, gives our players and our staff an opportunity to support causes that we love and want to bring awareness to. So yeah, be good, be exciting.
How old is Lucas?
He's 9 years old now. Yeah. My sister might kill me if I get that wrong. It might be 10. I don't know.
Is this didn't you have a relative that lives in Seattle, or in the area?
So yeah, I think actually Lucas was born here, and they used to live in Ballard and then in Kirkland. And that's when I had come and visited, like when I was younger. They've since moved to Plano, so they're in Texas right now.
You mentioned players getting to support different causes, and Ernest is doing cancer with his dad.
Yeah.
What Ernest is this year, how he's
I can't relate, you try to be there to support them. We've had a few guys lose loved ones, particularly fathers this year, and it's tough. I mean, your heart goes out to these guys. I'm happy that they have a support system here, and they feel like this is a place where they like to be, and they can be around people that have their backs and that can love them up and give them the support they need. But Ernest has done a tremendous job. He's a passionate guy. He really loves his teammates. He cares about how we play on defense. Takes a lot of pride in his work, and I know he wants to make his dad proud. And I think he's definitely done that.
With the injuries, Kenneth Walker got added to it. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we're just taking care of him today. So I'd say it's precautionary, but you never know. But I'd say it's precautionary. He should be fine. It's just maintenance on stuff that he's a little sore, but he should be good.
Should be good for the game, you mean?
Yeah.
The last 7 games of his contract, how urgent is it for you, the team, him to get the most out of these games?
We're trying to beat the Titans, so that's what we're thinking about doing. We love having. Ken's going to be an integral part of that, so we're trying to get the squad to Sunday.
Is Robbie Boots going to be able to play, or what?
So Robbie had a personal matter earlier in the week, so he just missed some reps. His elbow's fine. We're working through some roster stuff on how it's all going to shake out, but that's what's going on with Robbie. So, but he's good. He's good. Everybody's, but he's back and he's with us, and we're getting him ready to as much as we can to go play.
And what's going on with Ernest?
His knee's just still working from a couple weeks ago, just working through it. He hasn't injured anything or anything. He's just working through his knee. Same knee.
Do you have a feeling on the likelihood of whether or not he plays?
Questionable.
With Torrey, is that any more of a long-term? I mean, it's been 3 weeks now, I guess, with him. Is this?
Yeah, you can look at what the situation is, but again, it's one of those things where we just got to handle it day by day, week by week, and treat the heck out of him. And I know he's working his tail off. He's doing everything he possibly can to get back. It's just one of those things where he just, it's just got to calm down.
In beating the Titans, you talked about this week, if I can recapitulate, but turnovers and then finishing in the red zone, that was an emphasis for you this week. How do you think they came out of it, the team?
Well, I mean, again, process over results. We'll see what happens in the game. I think our intent this week has been great. The guys have practiced hard. We've been sharp. Let's go let it rip. We've earned the right to go let it rip now in the game. We got one more walkthrough tomorrow, and then let's go do it on Sunday.
How was Gray's week for you, being able to get back out?
Yeah, I mean, this guy's tough cookie, man. It's awesome to have him back out there, and it's a process. He's going to work all the way up to game time, and but he's confident, and it's great to have him out there.
How do you see Sam kind of bounce back this week in practice?
Yeah, I mean, we're not bouncing back. We're just working. He's out there. He's doing a great job like he always does. It's the same Sam. Sam had a great week.
In terms of, you said Gray will be all the way up to game time. Does that mean like you got to watch him do something?
No, we're just treating him, getting his body ready to go. But there won't be like a pre-workout or anything.
What have you seen out of Christian as he kind of gets back up to speed with you the little bit he played last week, and if he needs to go for it this weekend?
He's practicing hard, doing some good things. He's going to be ready to go if we need him. And we got several young guys that are practicing and working hard and competing for opportunities, and Christian's right there with those guys.
Was surprised that he was on the field this week at all?
I mean, given what happened on the game, I am, yeah. But you start to hear the results and see the tests, and you see all the things and who he is. I think we're learning on the type of guy he is. So.
But Kubiak called him. What did you say yesterday? Gangster.
A gangster, okay.
Did you know that? Will Gang 6'6", 315.
Yeah.
Did you know that part of him at North Dakota State? Was that part of the scout, or are you learning that?
No, I mean, well, both. Both. Our guys are on it. They do a great job. One of the reasons we loved them so much was the toughness. The person, like there's some swag to him. Like there's a confidence. So those guys had him dialed that way. But like any person that we come in, you're always going to learn, get to know their personality and things like that. How they work through injuries. You get that information, but when you see it and it backs it up, that's pretty cool.
Robbie, you mentioned his elbows fine. You're doing some roster stuff?
Yeah, we might have some elevations, or guys might not be up, things like that. We're going to work all the way. We'll work through that up to tomorrow.
And Mike, you talked this week about DBs and now how you can match them up, the depth that you have now. How does Carl Scott and Jeff Howard, I mean, they're two different people, but what's that relationship they have enabled them to get that back end steady as it is?
Yeah, what I love about our staff is, people take a lot of pride in their work, and I think we take a collective pride in our work. So, if you're in our defensive staff, or you want to be on our defensive staff, like the ego of, hey, this is my guy, or like this is my land, don't farm my land, or like that's all just so stupid. Like, why would it's just a waste of time. It's drag. Our guys don't do that. Our guys are team players. They're great coaches. We're always just trying to find the right thing to do that's best for the players at all times. That's how we make decisions. They got to put up with my crap all the time, and they do a great job of that. And we just sharpen each other, man. And to your point, they do a great job in the back end. I mean, we got guys playing multiple positions that need extra meeting time. Things have moved. Feel like we have a different lineup every week, it seems like. And keeping those guys ready to go. And everybody's getting coached, which is great.
Had you had a chance to meet Kenny Easley or anything at all?
No, unfortunately I haven't. And, actually speaking of Carl, he played a highlight video for our DBs this week, which I thought was really cool. Man, what a tremendous player. So our prayers go to him and his family. But what an awesome player. Really, really awesome.
It's that crap that your assistants have to put up with.
You can ask Sam. Doesn't happen too often, but it's in there.
AD talked a little bit yesterday about crossover tape. What did you learn about your offense, or you see your defense, and maybe how it evolves when you see how teams are attacking the other teams that play like you? Like you mentioned Baltimore. Like, does your defense evolve maybe based on what you're seeing there?
I'm trying to understand what you're asking. So you're asking.
You see teams attack a version of how you guys play. Does that help you maybe evolve your defense?
We see teams. Talking about how teams play our defense or our offense.
No, your defense.
How other offenses play other defenses that are like us.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are things that you keep account for that throughout the year. Um, Again, like you do this, like there's all these reels that you're trying to keep track of, like of the season, like touchdown tapes, explosive reels, things like that. So there's like common like trick plays that are going around the league that you want to be aware of. You got to be careful, like to go chasing ghosts, to a certain extent. Um, but yeah, it's important to. I think it's important to keep tabs of those guys and see what's going on for sure.
And on the extension of that, do you ever like see, oh, that's how Bernard is doing this? That's cool.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, it happens in really all three levels. It's good. May or not talk to some of the guys, from week to week too. So
Great
that's
comments
good.
the other day saying how he's been told forever that he's too small to play linebacker. And we asked him about that, like, what's the difference? Like, well, we didn't tell him he's too small. He was kind of joking, but like, how important is that as coaches to focus on like, hey, not here's your deficiencies or whatever, but here's what you can do.
Yeah, it's a great point, and I've learned this since I've gotten here. Like there's several examples of guys that you meet and you're trying to get used to the roster once you step in the door, and there's a lot of people that know these guys, and there's a lot of the reason that they're here is someone felt strongly enough at some point to add them to our team, and so it's a great exercise of actually saying, oh, I'm actually going to have like go this thing with like open eyes and give this player a chance, based off of what normal measurables would be, things like that. Maybe like an initial practice, we're not going to kick a guy out the door after the first practice. Like we're going to actually let guys develop and go through that whole process. And so that has been a learning experience for me. And I'm glad that we had that process where they gave me some time to kind of come around on players and keep coaching them up, and that's paid a lot of dividends for us. So I'd say just John and his staff and like the philosophy that he had and us getting on the same page and operating like that has really helped us.
Tyrese Knight, I know he's not playing, but what kind of progress did he make this week?
Again, it's tough to see like the steps. I just talked to him today. He seems like he's doing well, probably better than he was doing at the beginning of the week. So, you got to hit those benchmarks next week, but hopefully it starts to expedite into next week and we can have him available. But it's one of those things where it's like, look, dude, we got your back. Like if we want you to play, but it's just serious stuff too. We want you to make sure that you're right when you come back.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Lucas with a C or K, or,
Lucas. Yeah. Thanks.